Why, hello everybody, and welcome to the Truly Odd podcast, where we bring you the latest in game news and movie news. I'm your host, Joe Garcia. So grab your controllers, get your popcorn, and let's go ahead and dive right on into these topics, shall we? Starting with our game news topics of the day. And our first game news topic of the day is a rumor about Halo Combat Evolved Remake is being co-developed by Abstraction Games. Let's go ahead and take a look at this article here from Game Rant. Sorry guys, I've scrolled down. Anyways, so let me break down to you guys the details. Leaker Rebs Gaming claims Abstraction Games is co-developing Halo Combat Evolved remake with Halo Studios, using a hybrid engine combined of Unreal Engine 5 visuals with modified BLAM mechanics. If you don't know what BLAM is, it's basically their own in-house game engine over there where they develop Halo, kind of how Frostbite is for Battlefield, Unity, and Unreal Engine, stuff like that, just so you guys know what BLAM is. Abstraction Games previously worked on the Master Chief Collection and Mass Effect Legacy Edition, making it a legacy partner for a remake. That being said, guys, it looks like there might be an announcement soon for this if the rumor is true. With speculation that the remake will be coming to the PS5, fans await official news at the Halo World Championships on October 24th as the series approaches its 25th anniversary. So, guys, I can't believe Halo's 25 years old at this point. I still remember when the game first came out. But that being said, guys, I'm not sure if this will be coming to the PS5, but it makes sense. Gears of War ended up coming to the PS5, and that was a remake. So we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening. But it's exciting news to see Halo return nonetheless. I feel like the Halo franchise has really fallen off over the past couple years, so hopefully we'll get a nice return to form. And if this ends up being on the PS5, I can purchase it and throw it in my family's face for at least my Xbox family, the people that love that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you excited for a Halo Combat Evolved remake co-developed by Abstraction Games? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All right, guys, that being said, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic of the day. And our next topic of the day is regarding analytics have predicted how much the Battlefield 6 will sell in its first week. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Most of our articles are from Game Rant today. I seem to have not found anything regarding news elsewhere, at least nothing worth speaking about. But according to this article, Battlefield 6 drew 22 million beta participants with 420 million matches played, with 1.7 million pre-orders already placed on Steam. Now, mind you, the 1.7 million has nothing to do with PlayStation pre-orders, Xbox pre-orders, or anything of that sort. So just letting you know, that's just Steam numbers themselves. Analytics predicts 5 million units sold in the first week, but caution that many players will wait for reviews or opt for Call of Duty Black Ops 7 launching 1 month later. Battlefield 6 won't launch on last gen consoles or Game Pass, which is now beneficial for it at this point. We know why. Relying instead on EA Play Pass and for PC, which could restrict early adaptation for challenging in challenge changes. Anyways, it could stop fucking people from getting the game. 100 million players is their target, so we'll see what ends up happening with that. I think 5 million units sold in the first week is a little low. I'm thinking it'll probably do more 6 or 7. And the reason I feel that way is because I think the beta did very well. You know, having 22 million players participate in the beta and people really, really fell in love with it and were really looking forward to it. Plus, you got the campaign and other things that weren't even involved with the beta. You got more maps, more content. So I'm thinking more people will purchase it within the first week, but we'll have to wait and see. And on top of that, Call of Duty right now is not looking too well for people. I know there's a lot of even content creators that aren't very interested in Black Ops 7. So it's very interesting to see what's going to happen, but we'll see what the analytics say. Now, analytics aren't always right. The film industry has a lot of analytics, and sometimes those are off. So I'm sure that these ones could be off, but 100 million being the goal, I don't know if they'll reach that point, but I think they're going to get pretty high up there. At least they're going to surpass Call of Duty this year. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think 5 million is a good number for its first week, or do you think it's going to do better than that? Let me know what you guys think. All right, guys. That being said, let's go ahead and move over to our next game news topic of the day. And it looks like Xbox Game Pass Unlimited is in the news yet again with some more issues. Xbox Game Pass price doubles in markets outside of US. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So now this isn't in every market outside the US, but specific markets. Microsoft rises Xbox Game Pass price by over 100% in countries like Brazil, Turkey, and Colombia, far exceeding the 50% increase in the US. Despite higher costs, some regions lack accessing new features like 1440p cloud gaming, prompting criticism that players are paying more for less. With subscription costs now consuming of up to 8% of monthly incomes in low wage regions, content creators and gamers are urging mass cancellations. So, yeah, guys, just Xbox Game Pass has just had issue after issue after issue since announcing their price hike by 50%. In the US alone, you had the cancellation website canceling, which we talked about yesterday, and now you got regions like Brazil, Turkey, and Colombia saying that they have to pay even more. I think there's a tweet right here. Yeah, right here. So in Brazil, Game Pass went from $60 to $120, and I don't know if this dollar sign means US, but it says R in front, so I'm assuming that's their currency. But it's fucking doubled, which is crazy. And yeah, it's just not going really well for this updated Game Pass. We'll have to wait and see when the chaos dies down what the end numbers end up being. But right now they are not off to a great start over there at Xbox, and I'm sure they're regretting their decision with their portable coming out at ridiculously high prices, $1,000 and $500 or $600, with their Xbox consoles going up to about $800 to $500 to $700, and now their Xbox Game Pass coming doubling in other countries and having a 50% increase from 20 to 30, and it's just not a good time to be an Xbox fan. They seem to be just making bad decision after bad decision, and a lot of people are canceling their subscriptions. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you guys from Colombia, Turkey, or Brazil? Are you seeing this crazy price hike, and how do you guys feel about it? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All right, guys, that being said, let's go ahead and move over to our next game news topic of the day. And these next two topics, these last two gaming topics, kind of go hand in hand with each other. But first, let's talk about the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta starts pretty slow on Steam. Now, mind you, this is Steam numbers, but Steam's the most of the analytics we get to see, so that's kind of where we base stuff off of. I would like to see some console analytics, but you'd have to probably get those from PlayStation themselves. But that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look here. Black Ops 7 Steam beta uh, saw modest engagement on day one with just under 75,000 consecutive players, far below Battlefield 6's 521 at the peak during the beta. Now, mind you, that was the peak. The peak, I think that was the open beta. I wasn't sure if that was the early beta, but we'll have to wait till Battlefield's open beta happens this Friday, I think. But anyways, the beta is currently restricted to pre-orders and promo codes with hold on boarding with bordered access starting with broader excuse me guys with broader access starting on October 5th, which is the open beta. Weekday times may also be suppressing the early participation for the beta. Let's see. While player count may rise before the beta ends on October 8th, analysts suggest it is unlikely to match the Battlefield 6 momentum, which sets a new franchise benchmark. So it looks like 75,000 is kind of very low, especially for a Call of Duty game. Now, again, mind you, this is during the weekdays, and this is all pre-orders. But if 75,000 people, let's say three-quarters of that are actually people that have pre-ordered the game. So it's already showing you how much low the pre-orders numbers are compared to how it usually goes. But yeah, guys, the numbers aren't looking too well. Let's see what happens this weekend. We'll come back on hold on, wait. 1 second, guys. I think the beta opens on hold on 1 second. Did I just get confused? Nope. Open beta is on October 5th. Why would the open beta start on a Sunday? That's kind of dumb. I just realized that was the thing. Well, guys, the open beta starts on Sunday. For some reason, I thought today's Friday. God, my brain sucks. But yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't know why they would open the beta on a Sunday and have Monday, Tuesday. Their numbers aren't going to show very well in that case because it's during a weekday. But let me know what you guys think of these beta numbers so far. Or is it disappointing to see this? Are you guys even interested in Black Ops 7? Let me know what you guys think. All right, guys. We're going to move over to our last game news topic of the day, which is very much in conjunction with what's going on here in this last story. But Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta has been hit with cheaters despite the new anti-cheat measures. Now, mind you, Battlefield 6 was dealt with this issue too, with cheaters kind of coming through the woodworks for this, but it looks like this one might be a little worse. And for some reason, let's go. Despite mandatory secure bot and TPM 2.0 requirements, Black Ops 7 early access beta was quickly overrun with hackers using wall hacks, aimbots, prompting widespread criticism of Activision's Ricochet anti-cheat system. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, following viral clips of cheaters, Activision confirms that they were all identified accounts have been banned, reaffirming its commission to robust anti-cheat enforcement. Some players with early access codes were unable to enter the beta due to persistent error messages, adding to the issues of the launch. Activision claims these issues have been resolved. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these cheaters here. Right here we have a cheater. If you can see here, he clearly can see through the walls where players are. He auto locks onto them. Let me mute that. I don't want that music getting me fucking issues. But yeah, guys, just crazy how look at how crazy that is, and I'm just curious how these anti-cheats are supposed to work on the back end and why they aren't capturing players like this that can clearly just surpass them. I'd be curious to know what the back end is. And here we have someone else playing the game, and as you can see during the kill cam, they're just auto locking on players with no issues. Look at that. It's wild. I feel like that looked horrible until they stopped moving. Let me rewind it for you guys so you guys can see. Yeah, look at that. That's wild. People are just cheating on betas, people cheating in general. I don't understand why people enjoy cheating when it comes to, like, play against bots, play against the robots, cheat with them. I don't understand the enjoyment people get from cheating in video games. I really just don't get it. But let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below about cheaters already coming into the beta. I feel like Call of Duty is riddled with a bunch of cheaters, and that's kind of the reason I stopped playing Call of Duty as well. Besides the fact that I worked on 2 of them, I just got kind of tired of all the cheating going on. But hopefully, in time, the anti-cheat systems will get better and better. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. All right, guys, that being said, that's a wrap for our video game news topics of the day. We're going to go ahead and move on to our movie news topics, guys. And our first movie news topic of the day is regarding John Krasinski's A Quiet Place Part 3 has been delayed to July 30th, 2027. Not a big delay, but it originally was supposed to come out on July 9th. But let me go ahead and see here. A Quiet Place Part 3 has moved from July 9th to July 30th, 2027, avoiding competition from James Gunn's Man of Tomorrow. John Krasinski will again direct, write, and produce the 4th installment of the franchise, though cast and plot details remain under wraps. Excuse me, guys. With over 900 million in global earnings across 3 films, the series remains a major box office force, bolstered by strong performance and awards recognition. So that being said, guys, not a big announcement, but just so you guys know, the release dates have been moved to later in July. I know the original announcement was this tweet here, so it looks like that needs to be updated, but I think this is good. It makes sense that a movie like this would want to avoid the DCU, the MCU, or anything like that because they want to bring in as much box office as they can. And with this new movie, that means The Quiet Place will be $1 billion franchise, which is kind of wild that in just 3 films they could do that. That just shows you how successful these past 3 films have been. But let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. Would you guys have moved the date to avoid Man of Tomorrow? Let me know what you guys think. All right, guys. That being said, let's move over to our next movie news topic of the day. And our next movie news topic of the day is regarding Jerry Bruckheimer saying Margot Robbie is still involved with the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Now, I didn't even know this was a thing, but apparently Margot Robbie was set to have a spin-off franchise for Pirates of the Caribbean. Let me go ahead and read to you guys some of the details. Producer Jerry Bruckheimer confirms that one of the 2 planned pirate scripts has been dropped, with the remaining project moving forward, and longtime writer Ted moving forward and longtime writer Ted Ellis involved. Sorry, guys. Despite early uncertainty, Bruckheimer stated that Margot Robbie remains involved in the franchise, likely tied to the Christian Hodson penned spinoff. So that's the other script that was just dropped. So I think they're gonna probably wait to see how one movie does before they do the spinoff. It's kind of hard to say how she's still involved at this point. While Jeff Nash, hold on, let me continue here. While Jeff Nathaniels, Nathanson, Nathanson, that's how you pronounce it. With Jeff Nathanson in scripting, is sorry. While Jeff Nathanson is Nathanson, while Jeff is scripting the a mainline reboot, casting and story details remain unconfirmed. Though Bruckheimer hinted at Johnny Depp's return if the script is strong enough. And if he gets paid enough, I'm sure, because Johnny Depp had lots of issues with them and all that court stuff, saying he would never do a Pirates movie again. But that being said, I think this is very interesting. I would like to see a spinoff of Margot Robbie. She's a phenomenal actress, and I think she would do absolutely wonderful. Excuse me, guys. My apologies. I think she would do absolutely wonderful running a franchise like this. She did great in Barbie and other things. But it seems a little bit confusing news here since one of the scripts has been dropped. But I think he's still hoping that script will be picked up as they kind of move the franchise along, and hoping Margot Robbie will stay attached, which makes a lot of sense. But let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. Are you excited for another Pirates of the Caribbean, even if it's a spinoff of Margot Robbie? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, guys. I'm losing my voice here, but let's try to get through this. All right, moving on to our next movie news topic, and our next movie news topic is Keanu Reeves has submitted a new Constantine 2 script draft, hoping that DC Studios will approve. This comes to us from IGN. Now, hold on, let me just bring up this image. Keanu Reeves has confirmed a fresh draft of Constantine 2 is ready and will be submitted to DC Studios. Though the sequel is not yet officially greenlit, Reeves and co-star Peter Starmore aims to preserve the original film's spiritual tone, resisting studio pressures for more action for the heavy sequel, or more action for the sequel. Sorry, guys. But I think that's probably the old regime. I can't imagine James Gunn demanding more action for a movie. Anyways, despite fans' enthusiasm and past pitch meetings, Constantine 2 has not been officially confirmed by DC Studios leadership and remains outside of the current DC Universe roadmap. But I think this is great. We have a great update for the Constantine movie. It's exciting that they have submitted a script. Hopefully, James Gunn and Peter Safran, who are the 2 leads of DC Studios, will approve this. I think a Constantine 2 would be very awesome. Keanu Reeves is a phenomenal actor. His popularity has just gone up with the John Wick films. So I think him returning as Constantine would be really cool, and I'm curious what kind of story that they would tell for this character. And if they find a way to bring him into the DCU, that'd be awesome, but it's not necessary for a character like this and a story like this, I don't think. But let me know what you guys think about Keanu Reeves returning as Constantine 2, and do you hope that they approve this script? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, guys. Sorry, my mind and everything is just going out. It's a Friday, but let's try to get through these last 2 stories, shall we? And our next movie news topic of the day is a first look of Avengers Doomsday is rumored to uh debut ahead of Avatar Fire and Ash, and that's kind of where our opening image here on the right is kind of suggesting. I hope that that's what I got through to you guys with that image, but I mean, who knows? I just thought it was a cool image to do. But let me know what you guys thought of it. Anyways, let's go ahead and read you guys some of the details here. Insider Daniel Richman reports that a theater exclusive preview of Avengers Doomsday will be attached to Avatar Fire and Ash, potentially offering a glimpse of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. The film features returning Avengers, debuting heroes, and crossover appearances from Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Deadpool and Wolverine stars, fueling anticipation for a multiversal showdown. With Stephen McFeely and Michael Waldron co-writing, the Russo brothers are expected to deliver a high-struck chapter in the multiverse saga as Marvel seeks its regime. Wait, what? While Marvel seeks to get its fucking fans back. I'm not reading the rest of that. I'm over it today, guys. My apologies. So there's been a lot of things going on regarding this. There's a lot of speculation with this image that the Russo brothers has let out, saying look hard. A lot of people are saying saying an X-Men versus or Avengers versus X-Men. A lot of people are saying they see Wanda. A lot of people are saying they see Wolverine. Some people are saying they see just a bunch of different rumors that people are saying that they're seeing. Sorry, guys. Let me bring this picture up closer. If I, not letting me. Anyways, the one that I like to appear to though is something that happened on the John Campea show, which I enjoy John Campea. He's the one of the reasons I started doing this. I really enjoyed his format, and I thought it'd be nice to see video games do that. But I also like talking movies, so I did a little bit of both. Just a little behind the scenes of how I got started here. But yeah, I like their rumor that it's highlighting the three A's over here, saying that there might be three Avengers movies. But that being said, guys, the truth is it makes a lot of sense for Avengers to showcase their first look at the Avengers trailer, the teaser, whatever it may be, in front of Avatar Fire and Ash. It's a twofer. One, they're gonna get Marvel fans to go to see Avatar Fire and Ash to see the first look, and they get a movie out of it. And two, you're gonna get the viewership of Avatar Fire and Ash, which the franchise is already the highest grossing franchise of all time. I think. I mean, Marvel is with all the combinations, but just those two movies, they're the highest grossing films of all time already. And so you want that audience to be prepared to go see Avatar. So it's a two for great marketing and stuff like that. So it just makes a lot of sense. The way I think that their marketing is going to do, especially for a movie like this, it makes sense for them to do their teaser for Avatar. Their first trailer is probably going to be during Super Bowl, and then kind of break until it gets closer to the release date, which makes a lot of sense for me. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you think it makes a lot of sense for Avengers to advertise with Avatar Fire and Ash, or do you think that they should hold off, kind of don't shoot their proverbial load, I guess you could say. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. All right, guys, moving on to our last movie news topic of the day. And our last movie news topic of the day is regarding Stephen James joins I Play Rocky as Carl Weathers in Amazon MGM's behind the scenes biopic, which I've never heard of this project, but it sounds interesting to me. Stephen James will portray Carl Weathers opposite Anthony Ipoliozzo. I forget. I hope I'm saying his right name right. Who's playing young Sylvester Stallone in I Play Rocky, a theatrical film directed by Peter Farley, play about the making of the original Rocky movie. Uh, Written by Peter Gamble, the film chronicles Stallone's relentless fight to star in his own script, capturing a true story behind one of cinema's most iconic underdog triumph. However, Sylvester Stallone is not involved with the film I Play Rocky, with the Amazon MGM project about the making of the original Rocky movie. Stallone stated that he was shocked to hear about it and had zero involvement, which I think is interesting. I didn't know that you could make a biopic about something without having approval of the person you're writing the biopic about. So I'm curious how that ends up working out. Maybe they're gonna try to change the character's name or something like that. Maybe I don't know how they're gonna do it, but it just makes no sense for me to not have Sylvester Stallone involved in a project like this. I don't know why they haven't thought about bringing him on as a producer, an executive producer, getting his input because it is his story. But that being said, this actor Stephen James portraying Carl Weathers, I can't remember a project that he's worked on. Let's see if I could look up anything else he has been in. Let's see here. It looks like he's been in Race. What is it? Beale Street. If Beale Street Could Talk. 21 Bridges. So it looks like he's been in quite some movies. Oh, sorry guys. Let me bring this up for you guys. So it looks like he's been in quite a few movies. Big career. Let's take a look at him. I'm curious how he looks without the facial hair because I'm curious if Carl Weathers. I guess he could play a Carl Weathers. Now I know it doesn't matter if an actor looks exactly like the character, but for me, Carl Weathers is like such a hard character to capture, in my opinion. And that the reason for that is Carl Weathers is basically Apollo Creed. Like that's the reason they cast him. His arrogance, his fucking ferocity, he's just that type of character, that type of actor. He just really stands out. You know, something like in Predator, he just really stood out. He didn't do a lot in that movie as far as like action and stuff like that, but his character just really stood out in that movie. Apollo really stands out, so much so that they had to make a spin-off called Creed to just get the franchise moving forward. And you love the character Apollo. Carl Weathers, any character, anything he's ever been in, he just really shines. So I hope this actor is able to bring that to the forefront and really just shine as Carl Weathers, because that's what's needed for that kind of character and that kind of actor. But let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below. Are you surprised like me that Stallone's not involved in a project like this? And are you looking forward to I Play Rocky? And what do you think about Stephen James playing Carl Weathers? Do you like that, or who would you guys have cast in the role? Anyways, guys, that's a wrap for today's episode of the Truly Odd Podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. And always, guys, remember, stay true, be odd.